Hello and welcome to today's tutorial. Today's tutorial is on Spry menus. Now a Spry menu is another way of saying a drop-down menu basically. This is just good navigation for any website or series of web pages. And the assignment says to create at least 10 web pages and put them different places in the menu. The first thing that I already did for you, if you take a look, follow my cursor, I already made 7 pages. That's as many as I'm going to make for today's tutorial, but I think it'll still serve the purpose. And I left them blank. I left them blank because I've got to copy and paste this Spry menu from one page to the other, and I found it easiest to just copy the code and do that before you make any other changes to the page. So it does take a little bit of preparation before you even get started in terms of writing your code. So it's something you have to think about, almost like writing an outline. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Insert, and 6 from the bottom you see Spry. Now you want to go to the Spry Menu Bar, and you're going to pick the horizontal set, or at least I'm going to pick the horizontal set. I don't have a problem with the vertical set necessarily, but this is just what we're going to pick for today's purpose. So you see here, follow my cursor, that it auto defaults to item 1, 2, 3, and 4. The little arrows pointing down here, they will have subcategories. If I launch it real quick, and make sure you hit OK here, you got to copy the dependent files. Hopefully you've already saved all of your pages as I have, and it'll go to the exact same folder. So you can see it already defaults to this stuff, and this is all customizable. You can change the number, you can change the amount, you can change the names of everything. So this is all very customizable. So the first thing we have to do if we want to make some changes is go down to properties here at the bottom. Now I do not need 4 categories. I'm going to go Roy G. Biv, the acronym for the different colors that I'm going over today. So now that I know I don't need 4, you can toggle that with the plus minus button. I'm going to reduce that to 3. And you can, changing it, I can put 2 at the top if I'd like here, but by hitting these arrows, move items up or down. But I'm going to stick with item 1 for now, and I'm going to name it Roy. Now I could if I wanted to, actually, if I were to just click where it says item 1 right now, actually it should say Roy. Yep, now it does, good. I could just have that itself go to a link. It doesn't necessarily have to have the drop down if I just wanted to browse right here and associate with a different link. But I'm not going to do that today, but that's just a little bit of food for thought. So I'm going to associate this with the page red, which of course is the page I'm already on. Browse, associate with page red, good. And then same with orange, associate it with your orange page. And now you guys don't have to necessarily do it the same way that I did. In fact, you're not necessarily supposed to. You will have subcategories, like a third box over here, because you're going to have 10 pages. So don't feel like you have to name it Roy G. Biv and have this color option. But that is my first 3, so I'm almost halfway done here. This one doesn't need much, just G, and I do need a category underneath it, so I'm going to add, name that green. Good. Now if I wanted to, I could have subcategories within that, have dark green, forest green, lime green, but I don't need that for this presentation, but that's still something that you can do for those options. And then last one would be Biv, so then 3.1 would be blue. Now I don't need the subcategories beneath that. Got to make sure I attach it to the link for blue. Indigo. And then violet. Alright, so I'm done with that portion of it. All of my links should work. So at this point I'll just hit Control S real quick to save it. And now I'm just going to, for simplicity's sake, hit Control A to select all, Control C to copy, and now I've copied this code. So I'm actually going to copy this code to all of the pages. Now that I've done that, I've got myself a template that I'm going to put on all of the pages. I can go ahead and give this page a color and then close out of it. So this is the red page, so I will give this red, hit OK, Control S to save it, back out, go to orange, put that code in, and the Spry menu should show up, and it has. Now that I've done that, I can quickly give it a color. This looks fairly orange, good enough. Control save. Oh, I just did that for violet. That was silly, pardon me. So let's change the color here. Alright, Control S to save. Close her out. Now I am in orange. Same thing for yellow, replacing the code. Spry menu pops up. Page properties, I'm going to give it a color now that I'm done with this page. Apply it. Oh, forgot to hit Control S to save. Spry menu should pop up. Apply. So it's slowing down here a little. Alright, Control S to save. Control V to paste the Spry menu in. There it is. Color we're on blue now. And last but not least, indigo. Not too sure what that color is. Control S to save, hit F12 will launch the page, so now I can navigate from here. And that's it, we are done. So this is just some of the basics of the Spry menu. You guys will be able to play with it on your own. Best of luck to you, and enjoy.